Right now, a first-of-its-kind health clinic going up in Madison, focusing on those underinsured or without insurance.
Plus, the incredible video showing the final moments of a 20-minute high-speed police chase through Milwaukee. And an update on the officer-involved shooting on the city's east side as the sheriff's department takes over the investigation. It's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. The number of new COVID cases in Wisconsin continues to decline. Over the past week, DHS says numbers have dropped below 5,000 per day, while all 72 counties are still seeing high transmission. It is promising news. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're also keeping an eye on the new subvariant of Omicron. Right now, there are still fewer than 5 cases confirmed in Wisconsin, including at least 1 here in Dane County. And while that will change, state health leaders don't want you to worry about it too much. The subvariant is very similar to the original Omicron, behaves about the same when it infects someone, meaning most cases will still be mild. The state's top doctors say despite variants continuing to spread, they expect our current overall decline in cases to continue.
Our expectation or our hope is that we see more of the same, which is a declining day by day, week by week from this really extraordinarily high peak that we saw from Omicron. Whether the new variation, if it takes hold, will cause that decline to occur more slowly is something that's been theorized, but we won't know until we observe it.
Throughout this pandemic, we have heard about how African Americans are disproportionately affected. And over the course of the past few years, that is one of the reasons a local community leader is stepping in with a new health care option. Tahlil Mohideen shares his plan for making it happen.
It's a project that is already getting support from SSM Health, Edwidge College, and even funding from the State Department of Health. And though it's got many in the community involved, it's really one man's vision to bring health to the forefront. Aaron Perry is fulfilling a lifelong dream.
Examination room number 1. Really excited about having this space.
He's just 1 week away from opening the Perry Family Free Clinic to support uninsured and underinsured Black men.
They would say, well, if I don't want to voluntarily go to the doctor and get a $500 bill that I cannot pay.
It's an expansion of work Perry has been doing in area barbershops since 2016. Shops like JP Hair Designs, which houses one of Perry's 3 men's health and education centers.
It's been a great feeling to have men of color come in and know they got a place to go where they feel comfortable.
Perry says it was through those efforts he learned more about the unique challenges Black men face with health care.
Feeling like they were not wanted. You know, they would go in to sit down. People would get up and walk away. They didn't want to sit with them in the lobby. And so it all sometimes started right there before they even got back to see their doctor.
So he wanted to provide them with a place they could trust. But as a former police officer, he didn't have any background in healthcare. What he did have was a desire to make a difference and partners who were willing to help.
A lot of the equipment here is from SSM Health.
And nursing students like Rachel Carmack from Edgewood College who help staff the clinic, putting the lessons they learned in school to practice.
As a part of our nursing education, we talk so much about culture and race and, inequities amongst the community, and it seems like this is a really amazing place where we're trying to combat some of those issues.
And Perry moving forward with the lessons left behind by his parents to lift up the community.
He actually listened. That's what I think they would say.
The clinic is scheduled to open for a soft opening next week and will officially open on February 24th. To start, it will be open for 4 hours every Thursday with room for expansion as need and funding allow.
Tahlil, thank you. 70 members of the Wisconsin National Guard are now ready to help address staffing shortages at nursing facilities and hospitals. The members have been taking classes at Madison College to become certified nursing assistants. They recently finished up their training and are now spreading out around the state. In total, troops have been assigned to facilities in 17 cities in our area. That includes Waunakee, Mineral Point, and Wisconsin Dells.
We're going to turn to weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has a look at our certified most accurate forecast.
It's a cold one out here. Temperatures continue to drop. Skies are mainly clear, and that will lead to a bitterly cold night. Time lapse from the WISC-TV sky cam shows a little cloud cover early this morning. As the day went on, we saw more and more sunshine, but those clear skies are going to allow those temperatures to drop off. Lake effect snow band moved onshore in the western part of Lake Michigan into Racine and Kenosha counties, even some light snow up around Manitowoc, but The rest of southern Wisconsin is precipitation-free and mainly clear. High temperatures today only made it into the lower to middle teens. Madison topped out at 13, Janesville at 16, but to the north, temperatures are closer to 10 up toward the Dells. And right now, temperatures are already below zero up in the northern parts of our viewing area. Here in Madison, we're just above zero at 3, but the wind chills right now, not too much of a factor, but any kind of a breeze with temperatures this cold will drop those wind chills. Could see wind chills as cold as 20 below zero by morning. We're already seeing a 19 below zero wind chill in Camp Douglas. So look for a low of about 4 below in Madison and a high tomorrow of 19 with more cloud cover and maybe some afternoon flurries. But later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes warmer weather as we head into next week.
Shocking video tonight out of Milwaukee when a high-speed police chase comes to a dramatic end. Security cameras from a car dealership at the intersection of 76th and Villard captured it all. A stolen black Jeep Grand Cherokee being chased by police hit a car in the intersection, sending it flying through the air into a street pole and then their inventory of cars. The crash left behind shattered glass and debris everywhere, and the workers at the lot ran out to help those involved.
I saw the police had guns drawn, so I started yelling, "There's guns, get back, get back." So we ducked back behind the cars until the scene was safe. There was a gal on the ground. I let them know that I was an EMT and I was there to help.
In all, 5 people were taken to the hospital, including the 17-year-old driver of the stolen SUV police say was taken during an armed robbery. Madison police arresting a 17-year-old in connection with a fight at La Follette High School that left another teenager with serious injuries. This initial incident happened on January 13th. The victim, a 15-year-old student at the high school, told officers a group of students had been making fun of him before they repeatedly punched him. Police say the suspect has now been arrested on a tentative charge of substantial battery.
New tonight at 10, the Dane County Medical Examiner is identifying the woman who died days after a weekend hit-and-run crash on Madison's east side. The 65-year-old died 2 days after her vehicle was hit near the intersection of Milwaukee Street at Stoughton Road. The suspect ran away from the scene, was later arrested that day after a brief standoff with police. Developing tonight, the Dane County Sheriff's Office taking over an investigation of an officer-involved shooting that injured a suspect today. It happened while Madison police and state DCI agents were trying to arrest someone on the city's far east side near East Park Boulevard at American Parkway. Now, during the attempted arrest, shots were fired. A suspect was hurt. The release did not say specifically who fired the shots, nor if the suspect was injured by a bullet or in some other way. They were taken to the hospital, but they tell us that person should be okay. Madison police confirmed to us none of its officers fired their weapons. Be sure to stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for any updates. Classes at a local charter school in Monona are expected to continue as planned tomorrow. Students were released early today after a bomb threat made over social media. Monona police say they have taken a parent into protective custody. Chief Brian Cheney Austin says authorities are considering the incident a mental health situation.
A suspect is in custody after 5 people were shot overnight inside a Greyhound bus in California. The Butte County Sheriff's Office said 1 person died and 4 others were wounded. The shooter ran into a nearby store and was arrested a short time later. The sheriff says in addition to the person killed, the shooting victims include an 11-year-old girl and a 25-year-old pregnant woman. Today, President Biden is announcing plans to help crack down on the rising gun violence, particularly against law enforcement. He made a stop at the New York Police Department's headquarters amid deepening national concern over public safety and attacks on police. Nationwide, 5 officers have been killed by gunfire so far this year and about 30 wounded.
The answer is not to defund the police. It's to give you the tools, the training, the funding, to be partners, to be protectors.
The administration's plan includes a crackdown on what's known as the Iron Pipeline. That is the flow of illegal guns transported up the East Coast. It also promises stricter action against untraceable homemade weapons known as ghost guns. With gun control legislation difficult to pass, the president is promising to be a strong partner for local law enforcement, and that includes investing in communities to address the causes of crime before it erupts into violence.
The Pentagon says the leader of the Islamic State blew himself up during an overnight raid by U.S. Special Forces in northwest Syria. About 50 troops took part in that operation. Deborah Alfarone has the details from the White House.
This is what remains after an explosion at a home in Syria near the Turkish border that killed ISIS leader Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurashi, also known as Haji Abdullah.
He chose to blow himself up, not just to the vest, but to blow up that 3rd floor, rather than face justice for the crimes he has committed, taking several members of his family with him.
U.S. Special Forces had moved in 2 hours before, landing helicopters and exchanging fire with gunmen. This man says, "We went out and saw planes above us. 10 minutes later, we heard screams, 'Surrender, the house is surrounded.'" The Pentagon says 7 people were killed, including 3 children. After the operation, one of the U.S. helicopters developed a mechanical problem and was destroyed away from the target site.
It was a drivetrain issue that rendered that helicopter unusable for the rest of the operation. So obviously it was destroyed, but the crew are safe and sound.
The Pentagon says forces were able to evacuate 10 people from the building, including 8 children. U.S. officials will now try to determine if American action caused civilian deaths. President Biden and members of his national security team watched a live feed of the operation from the White House Situation Room.
Last night's operation took a major terrorist leader off the battlefield, and it sent a strong message to terrorists around the world. We will come after you and find you.
The Pentagon says the Special Forces conducted dozens of rehearsals before the operation to ensure its success. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
The operation came as ISIS was launching a resurgence, including an attack on a prison camp last month.
Still ahead tonight, Amazon again raising prices for its Prime memberships. We'll tell you how much extra it'll cost you. Plus, from Texas to the Northeast, a look at some of what was left behind following yesterday's massive winter storm.
Watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now at 10.
It's January clearance time at A1 Furniture with 10 to 40% off store-wide and tax included on any purchase over $4.99. Huge selection in stock for immediate pickup or delivery, plus 1 year free financing.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
The Build, Remodel, and Landscape Show is coming, and admission is free. Shop, compare, and save big. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at the Monona Terrace Convention Center.
At no fault of their own during the bitter cold, thousands of Wisconsin residents in your community make the difficult choice between eating or heating their home. On February 10th, please join News 3 Now and support a day of warmth, benefiting the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. 90 cents of every dollar donated is used to help those in crisis. Give the gift of warmth. For more information, visit kwwf.org/donate. A day of warmth. Sponsored by Viridian Homes.
Don't miss out on Floor & Decor's grand opening in Monona on February 7th. With our unmatched selection of tile, wood, stone, laminate, vinyl, and more, all at everyday low prices, at Floor & Decor, you'll discover the perfect products for shopping on trend and on budget, all in one stop. Plus, our helpful associates make realizing your vision easy from start to finish, so your upgrade has never been more you. Explore Floor & Decor's newest location in Monona on February 7th, or visit us online at flooranddecor.com.
Unlimited drinks for $9.99 a month?
Yep.
So I can come in again and again and again and again and again?
Anytime.
Cool, just checking.
Join Panera's Unlimited Sip Club, just $9.99 a month. Panera, the familiar made fantastic.
We're here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, looking back at some of today's amazing plays.
Check it out, the old double play. 2 machines at once.
I'm not even sure that's allowed. And how about this celebration?
Man, these guys are on form. And an incredible drink delivery. Whoa! What a great recovery.
Yeah, and that beer looks pretty delicious.
It sure does. Let's join them.
Heck yeah.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
News 3 Now, your vaccine information headquarters.
Get the best deals on name brand mattresses only at A1 Furniture's January clearance event. Save 10 to 40% off and get tax included on any purchase over $4.99, plus 1 year free financing.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
It's been 1 year of inspirational stories in the 608. Josh Brighter ends the week with a look back at some amazing people who've touched our hearts.
And some cold wind chills as you get ready to head out the door. We're going to track all the latest tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Well, Welcome back. Amazon is raising the price of its annual Prime subscriptions from $119 to $139 per year. The company announcing the plan this afternoon. The price of a monthly subscription will also increase from $12.99 to $14.99. The company said it is increasing the price because of expanded Prime membership benefits and to compensate for the rising cost of labor and transportation.
U.S. oil prices jump above $90 a barrel today. First time since 2014 that's happened. Prices saw a 37% increase from December when the country was experiencing low prices, due in part to Omicron concerns. Now, yesterday, OPEC and its allies said it will continue to modestly increase oil production, but Wall Street believes they could do more to meet demand and calm those prices. 2 people have died due to a listeria outbreak linked to Dole packaged salads. The CDC says the outbreak has also sickened 17 people and resulted in 13 hospitalizations across 13 states. The recall started at the end of December. While the recalled products are all produced by Dole, they were sold under several different brand names.
More local news now. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse delivering 6 pallets of donated items to Dane County Humane Society today. Throughout December, Mounds held its annual drive called Humane Holiday, collecting the donations. It's just the latest contribution in a nearly 30-year partnership benefiting animals in need. A big winter storm impacting more than a third of the U.S. This stretches some 2,300 miles from Texas to Maine. CBS News correspondent Chris Van Cleve reports from Dallas, where ice and frigid temperatures are causing a host of problems.
As the winter storm plowed into Texas.
I've never seen snowflakes this big in Texas, so it's pretty amazing.
Icy power lines and fallen tree limbs knocked out electricity to thousands.
We are dealing with one of the most significant icing events that we've had in the state of Texas in at least several decades.
Freezing snow made driving treacherous across much of the state.
It's extremely slick. Yeah, the highways are not very well traveled right now.
Thousands of flights across the Midwest were canceled. Workers at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport spent the day clearing the runways and de-icing planes.
I'm worried about spending the night here. That's why we're trying to find a place to sleep tonight.
Snowplows were out in full force on the streets of South Bend, Indiana, and in communities across a wide swath of the nation's midsection. A multi-vehicle accident involving 3 semis snarled traffic along Interstate 70 in Missouri. Few ventured out as snow fell in downtown Cleveland, and more snow is expected. The storm even spawned a deadly tornado outbreak in Alabama. Back in Dallas, kids made the most of the snow day with a little help from gravity, while one used another force of nature to get around on it. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Dallas.
Limited flights have resumed at Dallas-Fort Worth, but nationwide there are close to 2,000 flights already canceled for tomorrow, mostly in the Northeast, Eric.
Well, check out this impressive yet relaxing video. I don't know if this is relaxing or not, but this was shot this morning up in 2 Harbors. This is right on Lake Superior. Bitterly cold morning there. Wind chills near 45 below. You can see a little lake smoke caused by the cold, dry air moving over the warmer and ice-free water. Lake water evaporating into the air above, cooled to saturation, allowing condensation to occur and clouds to form. No doubt Gary Canalti, very impressed with my scientific knowledge there, right, Gary?
You read the script just perfectly, Eric.
Oh, come on.
Well, you know, in order to have that happen, you have to have open water. You can't have ice because otherwise the water can't evaporate. And so that just shows you it's been relatively warm, and there hasn't been a lot of lake ice until recently. So that could happen, you know, you get that bitterly cold air where temperatures last night were down to 30 below zero over parts of northern Minnesota. Now, around here, we have been down on snow compared to what we would normally expect for this time of year. Here in Madison, we're down 14.6 inches compared to normal. Milwaukee down 17 inches. Most of the major reporting stations around here are seeing snow deficits so far this winter. Now, there are a couple of exceptions. Eau Claire is right at normal, and Chicago just a little more than an inch above normal. Wausau, the big winter, and they're about 5 inches above normal on snowfall, but that's the exception rather than the rule across the Midwest. And with having a lower amount of snow than normal on the ground, and we're 2/3 of the way through meteorological winter, we depend on that snow to melt during the spring and help replenish some of the groundwater. And we started out in a drought last fall, and that's continued through the winter. Now we're seeing severe drought conditions for areas north of Madison, parts of southeastern Wisconsin, and moderate drought conditions over much of the rest of southern Wisconsin. And this may only get worse, especially if we don't pick up much more snow. And there's not much in the forecast. It'll be bitterly cold tonight and again tomorrow night with temperatures dropping below 0. But while we have some flurries in the forecast for tomorrow afternoon and evening, nothing really to accumulate on the ground. And then temperatures will be in the 30s for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday of next week before temperatures turn colder by next weekend. Doppler track shows a lake effect snow band here starting to break apart as it moves onshore into the western portion of Wisconsin. Some of those snow showers continuing into parts of northeastern Illinois, but the the northern edge of that winter storm passing to the south continues through parts of Missouri and Kansas and really hitting the central and northeastern portion of the country hard. Winter storm warnings in effect because of for ice storm conditions over parts of Kentucky into southern Ohio. In fact, there are ice storm warnings still from western Kentucky into southern Ohio, and then winter storm warnings north and south of that. So that's just a big problem there. Temperatures are just below freezing, but it's been raining through parts of Kentucky. That's what's been bringing the ice storm conditions. Around the rest of the Midwest, it's cold and mainly dry with temperatures right now in the single digits above and below 0. The jet stream just far enough to the south to keep most of the precipitation away from us other than those lake effect snow bands. The next weather system generating a few flurries up in North Dakota and Minnesota, and that's what could be in here tomorrow afternoon. So overnight, look for a low temperature of 4 below 0. You factor in what winds there are, and we can see wind chills as cold as 20 below 0 in spots by morning. Tomorrow, look for skies to become cloudy. We'll see some scattered flurries in the afternoon. High temperature at 19. Down to 1 below 0 Saturday morning with wind chills to 15 below and a high of 20. Then temperatures jump up to 28 on Sunday, drop back a little bit from Monday, and then are in the 30s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe Friday as well. Some light snow possibility from Thursday night into Friday morning. Some flurries on Saturdays. Temperatures turn colder for next weekend.
And coming up in sports, Chris Middleton headed back to the All-Star game. How the Bucks guard made franchise history in the process. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When you get hurt in an accident, do you know who to call?
Call Gruber Law Offices.
Everybody knows that.
The call and consultation are always free.
Hurt in an accident?
Everybody knows you call Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Dirt's gonna fly at the Alliant Energy Center. The Monsters of Destruction, February 4th and 5th at 7:30 and the 6th at 2 p.m. Top monster trucks including Laminator, War Wizard, and Crazy Train, along with the insane action of freestyle motocross. Every ticket includes a pit pass for the pit party with drivers and riders, plus go for a ride in a monster truck. Get tickets and details at monstersofdestruction.com. Get ripped up. The Monsters of Destruction, February 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Madison. One weekend only. Alliant Energy Center. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age. Featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground. And a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. This weekend only. Alliant Energy Center. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
Over these past months, we've all experienced changes and a great deal of reflection. But here's a change you can truly be excited about. Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, permanently removes the fat from your stomach, hips and thighs, and back.
I walked past mirrors. I didn't want to see any of that. I can't even tell you how excited I am about Sono Bello and what they've done for me.
I'm just living my best life now because I'm being the best that I can be.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. Plus, get $250 off instantly. You deserve to do something for you. Call 1-888-512-1753 or go to sonobello.com now.
News 3 Now compiles a quarterly report of our programming efforts to serve the educational and informational needs of children in the News 3 Now viewing area. These reports are part of our public inspection file, which is open to the public view during regular business hours. To view the report or contribute comments, contact the News 3 Now program director at 608-271-4321 or write to us at News 3 Now, 7025 Raymond Road, Madison, Wisconsin, 53719.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
What a year 2021 was for Chris Middleton. The Bucks guard was crowned an NBA champ and then helped Team USA win a gold medal. Well, that circle of success is coming back around. For the third time in his career, Middleton has been selected to play in the league's All-Star game, where he'll join Giannis. And the Milwaukee duo made franchise history, becoming the first Bucks teammates to appear in 3 All-Star games together. The Badger women couldn't get back on track against the Hawkeyes. Wisconsin fell 84-50. It's UW's 25th straight loss to Iowa. They're back in action on Sunday when they'll host Illinois. Stoughton Wrestling has a history of success, and for over the past 2 decades, Bob Empey and Dan Spildy have been leading the Vikings to countless dual wins and conference titles. But they've also been getting their team ready for life away from the mat, thanks to a simple breakdown.
Circling up, circling up.
Bob Empey and Dan Spildy
Good job, Gage.
Have been coaching together for a while.
A lot of years. I couldn't tell you how many. Yeah.
23 to be exact.
This is game time. This is go time.
And the Stoughton duo have combined for 402 dual wins, 16 conference championships.
Make them work for it, Ryan. Good.
And 3 state titles.
They're the best of the best. Couldn't ask for any better coaches.
But their best achievement might just be their breakdown at the end of every practice.
I believe in you. Believe in you. Believe in me. Believe in me. Believe in team. Believe in team. United. It's a philosophy. We feel like we're a family. We feel like we're a team. And if we can't be behind one another, then it's not going to work.
On the mat.
Now, when you go to block, use your right hand.
The Vikings have seen the success.
We all believe in each other. When we're all united with each other, it's really hard to stop all of us together.
That's contagious. When you carry a bit of confidence with yourself and you can pass it on to somebody else.
But off of it.
That was one of the earliest lessons you learn when you're here. And that can apply to being a young man, a young adult in the world.
That's where Empey and Spildy really want their wrestlers to bring that belief.
When you look back, what did it do to you to propel you into life? And I think, it starts with believing in yourself.
Whatever you believe or set out to do, not only in here, but in life, then you got to believe in yourself. And if you don't, there's other people that do.
Don't be afraid to push a little harder.
And just a reminder, you can nominate your coach. Just head to the sports page on our website and fill out the nomination form, or you can send me an email. We're back after this.
Partner, we meet center of town, high noon.
Hold on. Nope, Daisy's got last one lessons at noon.
Okay, high 2 o'clock?
I got a spur fitting at 2 o'clock. How's about 3?
I'm getting thrown through a saloon window at 3.
We don't need any more overscheduling, but we could all use more ways to save.
I can squeeze you in between swim class and Kevin's Harp recital at 3:30.
I was eating beans at 3:30.
Right.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
Tell you what about Tuesday?
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
At Pick and Save, we believe fresh is all about standards. That's why we do up to a 27-point inspection on our produce. Like for oranges, we check for color and scarring and more, keeping only the best of the best on our shelves. Because when it comes to fresh for everyone, we believe the juice is worth the squeeze. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Dear Jack Frost,
People say you've got ice in your veins. But underneath it all, you're just a big old softie. Go ahead, try to nip at our toes. Thanks to our available Remote Connect, we'll be toasty and warm and ready to go. Warm wishes, Toyota Cars.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At no fault of their own during the bitter cold, thousands of Wisconsin residents in your community make the difficult choice between eating or heating their home. On February 10th, please join News 3 Now and support a day of warmth, benefiting the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. 90 cents of every dollar donated is used to help those in crisis. Give the gift of warmth. For more information, visit kwwf.org/donate. A day of warmth. Sponsored by Veridian Homes.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And finally tonight, a polar bear at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago, right at home after the Chicago area hit by a major snowstorm. The bear named Hudson spent part of the day rolling around in that new layer of snow, getting up to shake it off and then just start all over again. The Chicago area received up to a foot of snow from that storm, stretching from Texas to Maine.
Wow, living the life.
Our polar bears here at the Violets are probably doing pretty well, too.
Yeah.
Loving this stuff. It's cold, but they don't have the snow here.
Right. That's exactly right. I talked to my relatives down in Chicago. They were not quite as amused by the snow, and I'm sure they were doing more than just rolling around in the snow. Well, the live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam in downtown Madison, skies are clear here. Doppler track, free of precipitation other than a little bit of light lake effect snow starting to wind down over the eastern portions of Racine and Kenosha counties. Temperatures right now in single digits above zero in Madison, but already below zero north and west of the Wisconsin River. And wind chills right now in spots are down to about 5 to 15 below zero. Camp Douglas almost to 20 below zero. Look for a low of 4 below here in Madison. Wind chills to 20 below zero by morning. High tomorrow of 19 with some afternoon flurries. 20 on Saturday. A brief warm up on Sunday. Cool down on Monday, and then warmer for next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.